Welcome back to day 13 of our Proverbs. Glad to have y'all here. I hope this video finds you well. Welcome back to Hearing Mine. I'm going to try to do this one again. Chapter 13, the devil doesn't want this one out there for some reason. This is my third attempt at it. Me and Shayla and Jean got up early the other morning, come out here. We did the whole entire video. We get right to the end, fixing to close. The video just goes blank, disappears, can't find it. And then I also tried again, and it kept saying I was having storage problems. So hopefully we got that corrected. We are back. We are back here in it. So I'm excited this morning. I'm going to jump right into it and go ahead and we'll break it down. So here it goes. Chapter 13 of Proverbs, verse 1. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. Sounds like something you're talking about, lips and tongue, and destruction. It says in verse 3, if you have not mastered self-control, if you do not control what you say, words can cut and destroy. James recognized this truth when he stated, the tongue is a little member and boastful great things. In James 3:5, if you wish to be self-controlled, begin with your tongue. Stop and think before you react or speak. If you can control this small but powerful member, you can control the rest of your body. That's good. Verse 4, the soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. A righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and cometh to shame. Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthrow the sinner. Verse 6 is talking about every choice for good sets into motion other opportunities for good. Evil choices follow the same pattern, but in the opposite direction. Each choice you make in obedience to God's word will bring a greater sense of order to your life, while each choice made in disobedience will bring confusion and destruction. The choices you make will shape your integrity. Obedient choices will bring the greatest safety and security. Verse 7, there is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches. Some rich people are poor because they are spiritually bankrupt, while some poor people are rich in contentment and satisfaction. Money brings opportunities and power, but it also has many negative side effects. A full life of learning, loving, and serving is better than a life full of money. That right there, that goes right along with the world we live in today. All about the mighty dollar. Verse 8, the ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contentment, but with the well advised is wisdom. Verse 10 is talking about saying like I was wrong or I need help, are difficult phrases to utter because they require humility. Pride is an ingredient in every quarrel. It stirs up conflict and divides people. Humility, by contrast, heals. Humility, by contrast, heals. Guard against pride. If you find yourself constantly arguing, examine your life for pride. Be open to the advice of others. Ask for help when you need it, and be willing to admit your mistakes. Amen. Verse 11, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded. Verse 13 is talking, God created us, knows us, and loves us. It only makes sense then to listen to his instructions and do what he says. The Bible is His unfailing word to us. It is like an owner's manual to a car. If you obey God's instructions, you will run right and find His kind of power to live. If you ignore them, you are doomed to breakdowns, accidents, and failures. I've said that time and time again. It's pretty cool. It said that it's like our owner's manual. I always looked at it that way. And what's sad is we go to the Bible, we go to God when our car is broke down. You hear what I'm saying? Everybody wants to pray when something's wrong. Everybody wants to dig into the Bible when something's happened, when something's not going right. Everybody wants to talk to God. God, where are you at? When something goes wrong in their life, somebody gets sick, somebody gets diagnosed with something, or somebody's going in for a test. It gets serious then. Oh Lord, I got to get to church. Why not be full of it at all times and be prepared? You wouldn't want to walk around with an unloaded gun hunting. Go ahead and stay loaded. Stay ready. Because the devil's out here. I'm telling you, as soon as I go out this door here in just a minute, it's fisting to happen again. It's constant. If y'all ain't got nobody to pray for me. It seems like the more I want to do, the harder the devil's on top of me, just beating me down. So let's stay full at all times. Let's stay prayed up. Let's stay read up. This is our owner's manual for life, and we don't even get in it. We don't even study it. We don't even look at it. It's sad. We want to wait till something happens. Verse 14, the law of the wise is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of transgressors is hard. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool layeth open his folly. A wicked messenger falleth into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is health. Verse 17 saying, in Solomon's day, kings had to rely on messengers for information about their country. Messengers had to be trustworthy. Inaccurate information could lead to bloodshed. Reliable communication is still vital. If the message received is different from the message sent, marriages, businesses, and diplomatic relations can all break down. That's why I don't like texting, because people can take a text out of context. A lot of times they can take it. If you leave off something or say something the wrong way in a text, it sounds like you're being hateful. It sounds like you're mad. And it's hard, especially when you're dealing with text on a day-to-day basis. It's hard to sometimes decipher what it's meaning. It is important to choose your words well and to avoid reacting until you clearly understand what the other person means. Verse 18, poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. Verse 19 saying, whether a desire accomplished is good or bad depends on the nature of the desire. It is sweet to the soul to achieve worthwhile goals, but not all goals are worth pursuing to the end. When you set your heart on something, you may lose your ability to assess it objectively. Your desire can blind your judgment, and you may proceed with an unwise relationship, a wasteful purchase, or a poorly conceived plan. Faithfulness is a virtue, but stubbornness is not. Verse 20, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Verse 20 saying, the old saying, a rotten apple spoils the barrel, is often applied to friendship, and with good reason. Our friends and associates affect us, sometimes profoundly. Lord, I feel you there. Be careful whom you choose as your closest friends. Spend time with people you want to be like, because you and your friends will surely grow to resemble each other. Also, it says, when most people need advice, they go to their friends first because friends accept them and usually agree with them. But that is why they may not be able to help them with difficult problems. Our friends are so much like us that they may not have any answers we haven't already heard. Instead, we should seek out older and wiser people to advise us. Wise people have experienced a lot in life and have succeeded. They are not afraid to tell the truth. Who are the wise, godly people who can warn you of the pitfalls ahead? Verse 21, evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment. Verse 23 is saying, the poor are often victims of an unjust society. A poor man's soul may be good, but unjust laws may rob him of his own produce. This proverb does not take poverty lightly or wink at injustice. It simply describes what often occurs. We should do what we can to fight injustice of every sort. Our efforts may seem inadequate, but it is comforting to know that in the end God's justice will prevail. Verse 24, he that spareth the rod hateth the son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. It is not easy for a loving parent to discipline a child, but it is necessary. The greatest responsibility God gives parents is the nurture and guidance of their children. Lack of discipline puts parents' love in question because it shows a lack of concern for the character development of their children. Disciplining children averts long-range disaster without correction. Children grow up with no clear understanding of right and wrong and little direction to their lives. Don't be afraid to discipline your children. It is an act of love. Remember, however, that your efforts cannot make your children wise. They can only encourage your children to seek God's wisdom above all else. Verse 25, the righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. The righteous will be satisfied, and the wicked, all they'll want is want. That's all they'll do. Man, I really like that. Really like that chapter. That's a good one. It's a real good one. A lot of just, and you could preach a sermon on each verse in there. You could have 20, you could do 25 days of preaching on that. That's really good. Hey, I want to thank y'all for once again tuning in and watching. And please subscribe, like, and share. Let's spread the word. It's going out. People are responding. It's going out slowly, but surely. Let's keep it going. Y'all help me out. Get this thing out there. And y'all stay tuned for upcoming content. Gonna have some more stuff out in the woods, and fixing to do a smoking episode. We're gonna smoke some turkey breast. But thank y'all once again. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed week. Find yourself in church this weekend. Get you and your family in church. Ask the Lord. Don't go in with pride. Don't go in balled up. Go in open. Just unzip yourself and ask the Lord to come in. Ask the Lord to come into your life. Ask the Lord to come into your heart. If you're backslidden, ask the Lord back into your life. I promise you, He'll pick you up, spin you around, be ready to go on a ride. An amazing ride. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And until next time.